Good day to you and welcome back to the podcast Catch It, A New Perception. As I hope today finds you well, I told you from the beginning of this podcast that I will sometimes repeat myself, and I will repeat myself so that we can layer it into our subconscious. And not that I'm repeating last week's episode, I'm talking about it in a different way. In the sense of last week, I talked about physical pain and the fact that I don't want to cover it up and I don't want to mask it. I want to find the source of the pain so that I may be rid of it. Today, I want to think about and talk about how I don't want to mask the pain and cover it up. I want to find the source of the pain to be rid of it. And today, I do not talk about physical pain. Today, I talk about the emotional pain that has hindered my life as I go through it, because for a period of time, I mask that pain. When I was younger, I knew no better. I created defenses. I wanted to hide from you who I am. I'm not smart enough. I'm not good looking enough. I'm not tough enough. No matter what it is, I just don't seem to be enough. I don't have what other people have. And some of it is the things that were layered into my subconscious as a child. When someone told me that I was ugly, I believed what they had said. So therefore, I'm not as good looking as other people in any aspect ever in my life for a period of time. I believe that. So what I'm learning is that I can see it differently. What I'm learning is that what I was told wasn't true, so I need to put something different into my subconscious. Now, when it comes to the pain that I've felt, whether that's the shame that I created, whether that was the guilt that I created, whatever type of emotional pain it is, it could come from many different ways. It could come for many different reasons. We all have some type of emotional pain, possibly even, for a lot of us, some type of trauma in our lives. Now, I want to believe that the trauma I've taken and I've put it in my past, which there's a lot of pain in trauma, so that's somewhat what I'm talking about. I say that because I'm talking about pain in a general way when it comes to emotional pain. A heartbreak. You know, that first time that you feel like you've fallen in love and all of a sudden you're separated from that love for whatever reason, because of the actions that you took or because of something that they did or whatever reason, but that love is gone now. It feels like you'll never have it again. At least that's the way it felt to me. I mean, maybe some of you people were different. With that first heartbreak, it felt lonely. And loneliness is another type of pain, in a sense. Do I want to mask that loneliness? Do I want to mask that heartbreak? Or do I want to learn from it and grow from it? I remember, and I'll use relationships at this point for an example. I remember being in some relationships when I was younger, as a teenager, coming into college age, whatever, as a young adult, as a teenager. And at some point, I made a decision after being in a couple different relationships for maybe a year or two at a time, which at the time seemed like a long relationship for a teenager. And I made a decision at some point that there were certain things that this girl said she didn't want to put up with or she didn't like about me or whatever that was. So what I did is I decided that I would change that about me so that when I found someone in the future, they couldn't say that. So is that masking the pain that I created? I think I created the pain, the heartbreak. So I'm taking responsibility for having created that. So am I masking it, or am I getting to the root of it and saying, I'm not going to suffer from that type of pain because of my behavior again? That's what I believe happened. Is I said, well, if I change these things in me, then when I enter another relationship in the future, this won't happen again. I won't be creating this same heartache for myself. So I won't have the same pain because I'm taking a different action. This is the essence of this podcast to me, is that I've learned to take a different action, to be able to think different, to be able to feel different. Now, having been in a few different intimate relationships and believing that at times in my life I have fallen in love at different times, and learning how to step out of that and not live in pain today and to live in love, is because of the actions I've taken. I use this as an example because I think it's something that a lot of people could relate to. And I think in general, most people can relate to it in some fashion. And I believe that we can change this with any aspect of our life, any type of pain we had, any type of trauma, some violence that was bestowed upon us as children maybe, when at the time we had become a victim. As I grow out of it, I realize I don't want to be a victim. I don't want to be a survivor of. I don't want to be any of that. I want to be able to not live with that pain. So I go to the source of it. I find out what it was that I was involved in, how I created resentments about it, which created pain. How do I let go of the resentments? We talked about letting go recently. How do I let go of the resentment? How do I learn to live differently? And I don't live in that pain anymore. I'm not a survivor of. I'm not a victim of. I'm none of that. I can speak matter-of-factly, when pertinent, about some of the events that happened to me as a child. I don't live with that pain. I haven't masked that pain today. Now, when I was younger, I was masking that pain. I was carrying shame. Some people carry a fair amount of guilt, which I think is both types of pain, which may be led by fear. So sometimes there's some layers to this. What I'm saying is that I don't have to be hiding from any of this any longer. I don't need this in my life. I don't need the pain. I don't need to mask anything. I need to be able to get to the source of it and say, this is what happened. Speak matter-of-factly of it. And say, it's not going to happen today. I'm not going to bestow this pain upon someone else. I'm not going to inflict this pain upon someone else. I am going to live with love and dignity and respect to the best of my ability. I'm going to tell you you're a beautiful human being because of what I see inside of you. I'm going to tell you I love you because I love you. I have to be able to remove pain to be able to say that to someone sincerely and know what it is I'm saying to them. I love them for who they are, how they show up, how they present themselves to me. And that's all I have, is an individual relationship with everyone. I need to be able to learn how to be able to have these relationships to not create more pain. I need to learn how to see the beauty in someone. I need to learn how to share the love, dignity, and respect with someone so I don't feel the pain that I once felt. I don't experience that pain I once experienced. And I learn how to see things differently. So when I can see them differently, I think differently, then I feel different. I treat you different. I feel different. These are all of what I need to be able to not mask that pain, to be able to let go of it, to know that it served me well up to this point, that I needed that pain to grow, that it's not a bad thing when it's in my past. It's a bad thing if I want to still carry it today. That doesn't serve me. Therefore, if I mask it, I'm still carrying it. If I just use something to cover it up and I want to escape with gambling or getting loaded or some other type of addiction or something to be able to focus somewhere else, then I'm masking it. I am still carrying that pain. I don't want to do that today. So I'm going to throw it all out there. I'm going to get honest with the people I need to get honest with. I'm going to tell them the whole story. I'm going to get down to causes and conditions and the reality of the situation. I'm going to be able to take responsibility for what it is I did or what I didn't do within any situation and let go of the pain. I will no longer carry it today. I will no longer be dictated by it today. I will no longer allow it to be able to define who I am. Today I have identity, purpose, and direction. I'm a spiritual person, getting to know my higher self and moving forward with that for tomorrow. Now, as I continue to get to know my higher self, I will share that with you. As I share that with you, you will see more of me. You will see less pain. You will see more joy. You will see more dignity. You will see more love. I will tell you how beautiful you are, how much I love you, how much I respect you. I will thank you to the best of my ability. And when I say thank you, Pilamahe, I mean it. I thank you with my heart when I say that. It is sincere. When I say see you again, in this lifetime or the next, I believe it. When I get to watch people return to the spirit world, I appreciate that. They have finished their life and they move on to the next part of their journey. They have finished their life in human form. And I take with me everything that they offered. And I can live with that for a lifetime. And I will do my best to be able to offer to other people parts of my journey so that when I return to the spirit world, I leave good. And if I am to leave today, I'm good. Today's a good day to die. I carry a good heart and I'm a good relative. I don't mask the pain today. I don't shy away from it. When it comes to me, I face it. I face it and I look forward to the next sunrise. I look forward to the next time I can open my eyes and I can take that deep breath of life as I awaken for the first time. Looking forward to next time. Live in harmony with and use the bounty of the land to bring kindness to the world. Dok Shao Ket.